sengiphumulela ngedwa sengishiya amajida ngemuva. Abashwe.
He has something special.
That is the voice.
I love your dream has finally come alive.
Yeah, that's the trailer for the new biopic that's coming to BET of the Life of Mandoza. I think it's called Nkalakatha, the Life of Mandoza. So I figured who better to tell us about this man and this project than somebody who spent a long time with this man as his wife and the mother of his kids and happens to be a producer of this project as well. Mpho Tshabalala, how are you doing?
I'm very well and you. I'm exhausted.
I'm
but
great. Well, why are you exhausted?
It's like a barrack.
Yeah. So what? While promoting the movie and all the other
Yeah,
aspects of your
all-
life
yeah.
and motherhood and all of that, right?
Everything.
All right, cool. So the project is finally on air. It's coming in August. People are going to be able to see this. I think the best way to start this conversation would be, where did this all start? When did the idea to put this together begin, and how comfortable were you with saying yes to this?
It wasn't a matter of saying yes.
Mm.
I initiated.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's
That's actually awesome, yeah.
Yeah, there's always been tabloids in the past, come to Dozy and
Yeah.
everything. And I thought, who better to tell the story? And people should understand when I say I'm telling a story, I'm trying to tell a story for 38 years in
Yeah.
6 episodes. I'm not going to fit everyone in. So for me, it was like, let's play, let's have fun. And most importantly, for me, it's the continuation of the legacy.
Yeah.
Because along my grieving journey, I got to understand that do we say, yes, ke tla dumela, ke tla tla Modimo, ko gae, trusting that Mpho will do a great job.
Yeah, but I would assume that it's very difficult to be a producer when you know somebody, but to be a producer when you are married to this person, this is your husband. So there's an element of wanting to protect his legacy, but also wanting to tell an authentic story. Where did you find the marriage in that?
Hey, it was very difficult.
Yeah.
It was very difficult because I gave friends starting an opportunity to be interviewed. Hori, what did you guys get up to? Things that I didn't know. And I only got to see that when the story was written. I'm like, hey, I win. Why no one see more? And then, but I said, why would I want to hide that? Moto opetse, and let's show the highs and the lows. So I couldn't find it because at times I would break down. There were sad moments. At times there were happy moments. It was like, yeah, that's my man.
Yeah. And your kids, what was the conversation between you and you, especially the older ones? What was the conversation between you and them about the fact that we are gonna tell Daddy's story. We're going to be honest about Daddy's life and, whatever elements that are in the show that maybe we can't talk about because we want people to watch.
Yeah.
That might have been uncomfortable. But what was that conversation like with your kids?
It's also, I think the main thing is I want people to learn a lesson after they've watched this. I've got a son who's just gone into the industry, the music industry. So it's a very, very dodgy industry. So I want him and the other people to learn. So, for instance, after the passing of Mtutuzi, the best way for me is to make them listen to their father's song.
Yeah.
So this is a continuation of that learn from this guy. He's told you in the song, drugs ngaphuma, ngangena ejele ngaphuma, but now you get to see it and, feel it, the touch. I love the touch and the feel.
Yeah.
So I had that conversation that it's the truth.
And in terms of the production of the series, where did you shoot it? Did you shoot it Kosoweto?
We shot it Kosoweto and other different locations.
Yeah.
We shot it Kosoweto, definitely. I wasn't going to shoot it anywhere else.
Yeah. And what
Yeah.
challenges did you
And
guys
for
encounter?
me also, shooting Kosoweto is, I've always said, Komachita, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Ngizobuya and ngizoletha isinkwa. For me also is to say, ngilethe isinkwa kuphi, kabo SB, kabo Jenny, kabo Lollipop, you know, all those different elements.
Yeah.
They've always called me Uma Stand. So I'm like their sister, their mother, their friend. So for me, going back to especially Zochazem was going back to say, hey, can we use this house? When you find locations. Yeah.
That's so great.
Challenges that I had with locations is that, you know, when we started, you know, the behind the scenes, we scouted locations, we had agreements with people, but then kwavela abanye abantu in the space who said, nope, put influence, don't allow this woman to shoot there. There were people that said, nep, as in Mameli, we are going to allow her as Zingeni Tina. And there were other ones that were influenced. And when I asked them, what is your reason? They couldn't tell me a proper reason. I think the only thing I've heard someone told me about is Funama shares.
Okay, cool. We'll continue with that. What are the kids saying on the socials? We asked people to send us questions, you know,
Okay.
because we told them that we're going to be talking to you.
All right.
So while you're still looking for that, in terms of casting, let's talk about casting. Were you looking at different people? Because I remember when I released the news that you guys are working on this project, you know, I put out on Twitter that who do you think should play Mandoza? And people had their own, you know, ideas of who should play Mandoza. And I think the leading name at the time was Mpho Tshabalala.
Yes.
Was the leading name at the time. So eventually Wiseman got the role.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Did you interview a few people, or was it a matter of availability, or did you guys want Wiseman to begin
No,
with?
no. A lot of people came for auditions, well-known people and not known people. We were looking for someone that will give that I get shivers when I see him acting as Umtutus. So Wiseman gave me that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's a good compliment for next time.
Wise. I remember when we were shooting the first, was it the first episode? Yeah. And the last time I saw Wiseman was over the weekend. He still had hair. And then now it's the following 2 days after. We're on set and everything. And I looked to my side. I got scared. I got goosebumps. I got so emotional. Yeah. Without him even saying anything, because I think what he does, he is able to wear a character from outside. And also, I'm a very spiritual person. How we started the journey with Wiseman and Lorraine being the main characters, being Mpho Tshabalala, we had to go through a journey where we had to go to the graveside. I asked them, they requested that. I also asked them, we all agreed. We were in prayer motion for some time before we started shooting. So by the time we started shooting, spiritually, because I knew they would be using also our original clothes. Yeah. So I wanted to bangasindwa nabo, you know. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So wardrobe you guys used, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Jabu?
Yeah, so we all know that there's like always an issue in terms of rights, in terms of music and stuff like that. So this was actually an interesting question that I saw. So there's this person on Twitter, Msaki at Mpumi Mlambo. So this question is, who owns Mandoza's music and how will Mandoza's family benefit from this? So I think it's like 3 or 2 questions. So did they approve how the story was told?
Yeah, no, let's take it bit by bit. Okay, what's the first
Hello, remember I'm old.
Yeah, so who owns Mandoza's music and how will the family
So
benefit from
Mandoza's music is, remember he belonged to a record company, which is Universal. Before it was EMI. So there's percentages, but the estate is also part of the ownership. The estate being the Mandoza Foundation.
Yeah.
The Mandoza Foundation being the founder, being Mpho and the kids. I won't say it's me alone, it's me and the kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other one was, did they approve of how his story was told? So I think she's referring to like the family.
I had a conversation with the family, and some of them were like, yay. Some of them were nay. You know, in life, you won't make everyone happy. Ma ungaya ngama-decision wabanye abantu. It's either you will go with the ones that say yes, or you decide to go with the ones that say nay.
Yeah.
So you have to make your own decision. My decision was to go ahead, Mpho. This is what you want to do.
Yeah.
You've spoken to your kids approve, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, that's actually awesome. So there's this other one. Did Wiseman audition, or did he get a call also? And was Mpho part of the casting?
Wiseman did audition. There were a lot of people that auditioned. As I said, there were other ones that got to get different roles, but they came auditioning for
Right,
the
yeah.
Mandoza role. Yeah.
And in terms of Lorraine, are you happy with Lorraine? When you see
Lorraine
Lorraine?
Mpho.
Yeah.
Lorraine
I see the
Mpho.
resemblance,
Lorraine
actually.
Mpho. Wow.
But it must be strange though, like to see somebody play out your life. I mean, it's strange.
Very strange.
Yeah,
very
because
strange.
you can actually put yourself in
Yeah.
those moments that, oh my God, I remember in that day this was happening and whatever.
There were times that things had to be stopped.
Yeah.
We are both crying because I'm feeling my past and she's feeling that present that she's currently acting. But Mamela, Lorraine Mpho, that's
Yeah.
all I have to say. I know a lot of people that know me will be looking out for, especially my friends.
Right.
Mamela, they will see Mpho.
Cool.
They will see, especially Mpho Cultural Center.
Yeah.
I think I want to add on that. So, in terms of like casting Wiseman and Lorraine, did you guys at least try to see if there's some chemistry? Do they have the Mandoza and Mpho's chemistry, like the actual chemistry that you guys had?
Yes. Afterwards, me spending time with them, I was just trying to suss out, do we have that gangster love? Njengomduduzi noMpho? Are you guys, into prayer? What's your vibe? The
Yeah.
chemistry. I did suss that out, and voila.
Awesome. Yeah.
38 years of a life together, 6 episodes. What influenced your decision to have certain moments and not have certain? Like, what was the influence in that this can't be in, this has to be in? Like, what was motivating like those decisions?
There was no motivation. As I said, there were people that I did contact. As batho re jwang,
Yeah.
when you don't see something happening, when it's still in the pipeline, "Eish, ngizama ukuyenza kanje, ngiyahlanganisa," you're like, yeah. And then when you hear good, yeah, it's in motion, it's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
That's where you are, man, manje simple. I'm like, I'm done, sengidlulile lapha. So I did reach out to as many people as I could. There was no guti, no laba ngibafaki, laba ngibafaki. It was a choice here.
Yeah.
So I still say, after this, if there's an opportunity to me to do season 2, if for me to do a docu, to do whatever,
Yeah.
if anyone wants to work with me, I always say, Ozansispane machita. Anyone who's worked with me to do, I'm always open. I'm like, Asispan, I've got kids to raise.
Yeah. Why BET?
BET, because me BET now. I think BET, because I saw it told the Lebu story. And I was very close to Lebu. Lebu was like a godmother to Utukulu. And you say, okay, if they didn't get right there, I'm going to make sure they get it right.
Yeah.
La. And in life, you can never get anything 100% right. Never. Kind of that incy-wincy thing. So BET was the thing for me. Also, I've set up my project. So I still have other projects that are going to go into different channels.
In the different platforms. Why should people watch these 6 episodes?
They should watch it because they're going to see I'm joking. They should watch it because we don't start the story Mandoza. We are telling a story of Umtutuzi because he would always say to me when we are in fights and everything, I baby see him as Mandoza.
Yeah.
That will be Umtutuzi speaking. As Mandoza young Paisisa. So now we are telling a story from the young Mandoza. What was different about this guy? what made him succeed. He is showing the hunger. I could never understand, Guti, why would you come from such a background and you've got this passion of always providing? That guy was a provider, and not a provider to me and the kids, Pela, but around the community. We would go back as all and just say, hey, lapha esitokweni siyothenga amakipkipi asithenge sonke isitoko. He had that thing. So that's the guy that we are showing. We also showing a guy that said, eish, ungayenzile ama-flop. We showing a guy that someone asked me, Guti, Mpho, if ucabanga manje, where would Umduduzi be? Ngithi, the last few concerts where he performed, he was all of a sudden saying, say Bab Tshabalala, yeah. I'm like, hey, Mandoza, and then we So there's also a song that I will be releasing that he recorded in 2016. There are a few songs, but
Yeah.
you know, I need to sleep in the
Yes.
cake. So there's a song called Ilefa and Asimang Lemang. It tells you where was he. So yeah, it's a beautiful story, and the love he had for the kids. When Umduduzi passed on, I never thought about anything. My question was, what do I do with the kids? Because he's been a present father. He's been a present father to the boys and to the baby girl. So you're seeing different elements of Umduduzi. Watch to see the first episode will tell you about this high Mandoza Mhlambe. Then it tells you about this child. Then it tells you about the father. And then it tells you about the wedding. Yeah.
Okay, good. I love that. I love a different aspect of his lives and different, because we are multidimensional human beings. I love that. I'll be remiss if I didn't ask you about this, because every time one tweets about the show, this thing comes up. The issue with production and payment. What's the story there, and what do you have to say about that?
So, when I said, whenever I have ideas,
Yeah.
money is the last thing. I'm a creative that thinks about things. And then I'm like, oh, then konje, angnamali, we need partners. So we went looking for partners, found partners. We all committed to everything, signed proper documents. Then the first budget was all about, let's shoot this thing. Everything was shot. We got a team, production team. Everything was shot. The money thing is just, there was delayed in payments from another partner that I'm not going to mention, obviously. So it's merely that. But the one thing, we've been in communication with everyone. It's not like we shot, we didn't pay, sabaleka sathula. We've been in communication with, no, we're waiting for a partner. We are in touch with our other partner. As soon as the money comes in, we will pay. Money came in, we've been paying. Like there's payments that go through every day. But you know how production is. It has to be a stage, ipatale mali, another stage, ipatale mali. So other people don't understand that. Bafuni mali yabo lapho. I understand their frustration. When you've provided services, you must get paid.
Yeah.
And definitely, I will make sure that everyone gets paid.
Okay, yeah. Just to put it on record, whatever. In terms of percentage-wise, in terms of suppliers, whatever, are we looking at 70% paid, 80% paid? Where are we in the percentage margin?
I'll say 85 inyana,
Okay, cool.
if my maths is good. Yeah.
All right.
But I said the one thing that I said, I will not go on air without payments not fully made.
Yeah, I've not been fully
Even though we are still waiting for another, payment, I will try and push Uti. Guys, let's do right. These people provided their services, suppliers, cast and crew. I think we almost, I think it's 2%. Yeah.
All right, cool. Do you have anything?
Yeah, so there's this other interesting one that I saw from Sanele and 4. So he basically asked the question as to is the night where TK died also covered in the biopic? Asking on behalf of someone else, yeah.
Oh, okay. The night where TK died is touched on.
Yeah, don't give too much away.
Yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to explain
Yeah.
some sensitivity.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ukuthi, this is me, and my family deciding to do this.
Yeah, and then she's got her own family.
She's got her own family. We gotta give respect, you know. Yeah.
So in terms of like the production, in terms of like helping and choosing who has to be casted for that character, were you also involved in how it was going to be written and the script? Because obviously we know that Mandoza had a certain way of speaking, kasiling and stuff like that. So were you also involved in terms of like, okay, I was reading this, okay, Mandoza would definitely say this, Mandoza would definitely not say this, so just write that out. Were you also part of that process?
I was definitely part of the process with the writing. And then I also suggested that let's have a machita wake that are going to be language advisors, you know. So the guys, Abo Jenny, Abo Montana, we spent, guys, before this was shot, we spent like behind the scenes, we spent so much time, Saplome Koneni, you know, research, Guti Mamel Besploma la. This is where I would get off, using a taxi, this is where he'd get off, you know, all that thing. So I was very much involved.
I love that. Actually, let's just do that right now. I mean, are there people or organizations or anybody that you want to acknowledge who made this possible, who might not be getting, you know, the credit on screen, the big credit on screen? Are there people that, you know, contributed to this that you feel, you know what, I wish that I had like a microphone and let the world know?
Yo, guys, abantu basekasi, the whole of Zocha they were in support. You know, when we are at certain location and sometimes maybe we didn't see what sizonida indlu next door or sizonida something eshoda ngestulo a prop kuzoqhamuka ugogo lesi si right mntanam. So abantu base Zocha thank you very much for your protection. They've protected me so much in all of this. They've provided abantu basemndeni, abantu basezola, the whole of Zocha Jablani, and then who else? Just the team, guys. I always say when you come to the Tshabalalas, strangers. When you come to the Tshabalalas, you come as a stranger, but you leave as family. So I found family in the cast and in the crew that I'm still in touch with now. So I also want to say big up. Thank you for their dedication, the effort, the late nights where we had to put in extra nights. They would just be there. They would be there. Office staff, yo guys, everyone. It's just too much. And my family gave me the support, and the support that I got also from the Tshabalalas. It was just amazing. Sister, alright, bang check. So it kept me going to say, continue, do this.
Are you ready for the criticisms? Because like it's television and we have high standards and, you know, people have opinions. Even people who didn't even know Mandoza that well will have opinions about him. So are you ready for that?
I'm ready. If there's one thing that Mduduzi taught me, there was a time that, you know, I've never been a social media person.
Yeah.
And being fragile, not now. I once came to him and said, bakhuluma ngami. Ari baby, usathi bakhuluma ngawe, such a small portion. Umhlaba wonke ukhuluma ngami mina. So that's one of the things that made me strong, that I can never make everyone happy. As when I feel ngokwakho, you do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
So if this has made me happy, criticism, it's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes criticism
it
is
helps
good.
us
We
grow.
learn from
we learn
criticism.
From it.
So I'm ready, with a smile and showing off my dimple.
All right, cool. So that's Mpho Tshabalala, the producer of the upcoming series that's coming to BET, Nkalakatha, The Life of Mandoza. 6 episodes, as I understand. Yep. And what's the date that is starting on?
16th of August. And 2 days after that, my daughter's birthday.
Oh, cool. We'll wish her a happy birthday when that comes closer.
No. We're taking presents from the show. Yeah. We accept presents.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap from me. Do you have anything to say?
Nothing much whatsoever. But do you feel like the project, they did so well on honoring him? Would you say you're fully satisfied with how it was done and everything else?
You can never be fully satisfied, but I'm okay. I'm content.
Right. All right, cool. So we'll see you guys on the socials on the 16th of August. BET, Nkalakatha, The Life of Mandoza. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear what you guys think of the show. And then, we'll be here, on our commentary podcast to tell you guys if it sucks or not. Paul, thank you so much, my love. We can't wait to meet Tokolo. Hopefully he'll come on here and talk about his music journey.
No, it's Tumelo.
It's Tumelo.
People
Tumelo is
always
the older
call,
one. Tokolo is the younger one.
No, Tukolo is the older one.
Okay.
Then Tumelo is the younger
So the one
one.
who's getting into music is the younger one.
Yep.
That is surprising.
I
would have
know.
thought the
People
older one,
thought, people thought different character, that one.
Oh, okay.
Shy, asumuntu abantu, into soccer, into sports.
Yeah.
Totally nothing with music. No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Tumelo, hey, hopefully Tumelo will come and visit us and tell us about his music journey or whatever.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear the song that you're going to be releasing. Do you have a date as to when you're going to release that, or you just...
I don't have a date because I'm also managing Utumelo.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just, trying to do things in between because he's also got a song dedicated to his father where he's responding. He's using one of the songs
Okay.
that, he's
Yeah,
responding.
We'll talk more about that when we talk to him, okay?
Yeah.
Thanks, my love, for coming through here. Really appreciate you, and your time, ne?
Thank you.
Cool. So we out. Shop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Sharp.